Pretty interesting to see how technology has impacted a lot of world records in various sports. And I think the neatest thing about triathlon is that you get trickle down from all three of those sports into triathlon, swim, bike, and run. And then you also have some kind of stuff that's just specific to triathlon. So it's almost like you have 4 sports contributing their latest and greatest technology. Swimming was one area where really technology was making big strides, and you saw all these athletes wearing the rubberized suits that were sort of the wetsuits that weren't really wetsuits. But this year will be the first year in Kona that those are not allowed. WTC is following FINA, the governing body for swimming, in banning the rubberized suits, and all athletes will now have to compete again in just a textile suit, so something that looks, just like a sweatshirt, like what I'm wearing, only probably with some elastic and a little bit lighter than this and a little bit more streamlined. The bike, of course, continues to be the area where you probably have the biggest push with all the companies competing, with their Grand Tour teams, and that really has come over into triathlon in a big way. I think you saw a lot of transfer the other way with aero bars making their way from triathlon to cycling, but now you have a lot of transfer going the other way with power meters and aero helmets and aero water bottles and improved aero bars, all making their way onto these incredibly now aerodynamic bicycles. Running shoes, some people say, sort of reached their heyday with the Waffle Racer that Bill Bowerman made for Steve Prefontaine, but there are some other little tricks and things that have made a difference for triathletes on the run, the elastic laces being one, and shoes that are a little bit lighter that still offer good cushioning, like some of those new Nike shoes with the super lightweight lunar foam. All those, I think, have found pretty good acceptance within the triathlon community. And then, of course, there's sort of some overarching triathlon technology, things like the fuel belt system, or the the white clothing that's really designed to be even cooler with long sleeves, and where you cover more of your body to protect it from the sun and yet still really maintain a pretty cool core temperature. And I think that when you look at the impact that all of these things have made, some folks have said, well, the Kona course record is still standing, and while that's true, a lot of the age group records, and almost all the age group records, have fallen over the years. And so while maybe the pros are still chasing some of these outlier times, across the board I think it's pretty clear that technology has made a pretty significant impact on this race.